Varna, good evening.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi. All right, should we get started?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Where are you from, Arna?
India, Kerala.
Oh, great. All right then. So before I get started with the SASMO part, I want to know if you have given SASMO before, Arna.
No, ma'am. I've written other Olympiads such as Silver Zone. I've
Mm-hmm.
gotten a state rank to something I'm not don't know. I don't remember. And I've written Indian Talent Olympiad and got a perfect score.
Great, Arnab. Okay, so since it's gonna be the first time for SASMO, so I was planning to show you a sample paper, but rather I'll show you a full question paper. Okay, like we'll not solve the entire thingy, but at least you should have an idea of what you're gonna expect. Okay, and then we'll start some questions. We'll do a couple of questions since it's a demo. We'll not focus on doing a lot of questions, but I'll tell you how the class will move on. Okay. So starting off with the paper. So let me share my screen. I'll show you a 2015 real paper. It's very difficult, by the way, to get the papers of this exam. Only if when people attempt it, we get this. So, all right, let's go. This is a 1.5 hour exam for grade 7. Okay,
Okay.
where it was 25 questions earlier, divided into two sections. Under the first section was the section A, where simply if you are getting 1 point for 2 points for every right answer, okay,
Okay.
and one deducted for wrong answer. Same for the rest. Section B is different from section A because section A has options, but section B are without options, so open-ended questions.
Great.
So I'll show you this, okay, like this. For example, the first one right here, this has options with you, but if I scroll you down to the 16th question, this is
Um,
not having the options. Okay, so you
yes.
have to find out which one is telling the truth and write
Yes.
down the answer directly. So this
Yes.
is the pattern of the questions. Now, when we
Okay.
talk about the syllabus, and now basically it's moving around your general maths only with a couple of new topics like crypto arithmetics and walking backwards, and you can say a little bit of logic and IQ added in every question, and specifically a little higher order thinking questions. So since you have given the other Olympiads, Arnav, you must be knowing that all these Olympiads have an achiever section at the bottom,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Exactly. The same thing is happening here, but the thing is they don't differentiate it in achiever section. They rather add these kind of achiever section touch to every alternate question, you can say. So you can't call
Okay.
it as a difficult exam, but it's an exam which will force you to think. And if you're practicing, then it's not just about the exam, it's more about how well you do it your school also. Because see, in school there's a very rote learning. I mean, you have a specified syllabus, you have a specified chapter to cover before the exam and things like that. But here, it's like very, very thoughtful. So if you do the questions, you will realize, okay, some of the questions I'll show you, which are really special, and some questions we will do, which are formula oriented also.
Okay.
Another very favorite section of theirs is finding out the missing term or the next term. Arnab.
Hmm.
That's like every year you get that. Okay.
Okay.
So, would you like to start with the first one?
Yes. Given that -3, ma'am, it's 0.
Okay, that's very fast. All right, very nice. So, how did you get that? Like, knowing which chapter
Because
do you think it belongs to?
it's exponents, ma'am. Because like it's inequalities. As even if we take a negative number that's -2, we'll still get the answer as +4. So obviously the least possible value we can take for x as 0. So 0 square is obviously 0. So
Zero.
0 stands.
That's right. Very nice. Okay, let's have a look on the second question also. And you have to also tell me which topic does it belongs to.
Okay. Yes. Find the largest odd number between 1 and 100. Uh, yep, none of these because all of the given options are even.
Exactly. That's the point which should strike your head first. Very good, Arnav. I like it. So see, this anyone who is, not aware of the fact that a number divisible by 6 automatically becomes even, okay, stuff like that. The one who's not aware would definitely go by dividing and checking. But since you're aware of this concept, extremely fast. Okay. Third one.
Okay, 3, 1, 4, then 1, 4, 5, 4. I think it's 106, right?
Very good.
Because because 3 into 1 is 3, then plus 1, 4. And 1 into 4, 4, 4 plus 1, 5. 4 into 5 plus 1, 21. And 5 into 21, 105 plus 1, 106.
Very good. I like it. Very nice. Now I'll directly jump you down to the fifth question. Okay, Arnav? This is
Okay.
on palindrome. Do you know what are palindromic numbers?
Yes. Yes, it's like reverse, it's the same, like
Yes.
when you
They
switch.
have given you an example. They're asking you how many five-digit numbers are possible
No, this is
or there.
combinatorics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, how many 5-digit palindromic numbers are there? Okay. I have it out.
No problem, no problem. You don't give up so easily. So what you
Yeah,
can do is you can take for like the five-digit numbers. That means we are dealing in 10,000s.
yeah,
The
yes.
maximum is 10,000s. I mean, not just
And the
10,000 in the
minimum.
value
Yeah,
wise, I'm saying, the position
yeah,
wise, I'm saying, units,
yes.
tens, hundred, 10,000s.
Yeah.
So we are dealing in 10,000s. You start with 10,000s and think, Arnav, how many such numbers are possible? You will find the least number from there only. And then you can increase it.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So 10,000, 19,000. Okay, obviously the answer is not D.
Okay. You already went to the answer. Don't go so far. You
Yeah.
just tell me
Okay.
that how many
Yeah.
possibilities are there when you just consider the five-digit numbers. All the
It's 9,999.
9,999 is not correct.
Like the numbers between 10,000 and
Uh-huh, I understand you. But look, don't you think that there are only nine possibilities for the 10,000 digit? Because, the 10,000 digit and the ones digit has to be same,
yeah,
correct? And at the same time, they cannot have zero because if you have
yeah,
zero in the 10,000 digit, it will no longer remain five.
yeah,
So how many possibilities do we have here? I'll just write that down. Five numbers. I can't have a zero. Zero is excluded from both the cases. We can start and end with a one. We can start and end with a two. Like that, nine possibilities are there with us. Just exclude zero. So nine possibilities are there.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Now look,
yes.
one thing, Arnav. Since you are mapping, you understand? Mapping the
Yeah,
first with the last, you have to just consider till here. 1, 2, and 3. You will not
okay,
multiply these two things. Like
okay.
here also same nine
Yeah,
possibilities, but we will not count it.
okay.
Okay. Come to the
Yes.
second number. Are we not having all possibilities? All the digits can be
Yeah,
possibly present here.
yeah,
0 to 9, no problem.
yeah, yeah,
Because if I put a 0 also, I can have a 0 here also.
yeah,
So all 10 numbers are possible here. Again, I'll not count this end.
yeah,
And this number is not going to get repeated anywhere. So how
yeah.
many numbers are possible here? All 10 or only 9? This is what you have to decide. How many digits are possible here?
I have a confusion. Like,
Look, I can put a 0 here.
yeah,
Works. I
yeah,
can put a 1. I can put a 2. And like that, I can put all the numbers up till 9.
yeah.
So how many numbers are coming up in the way?
Like in the mid, like 9, right?
0, 1, 2, 3,
I mean,
4,
0,
5,
yes.
6, 7, 8, 9,
A 10, yeah,
10. Exactly. Now here we'll stop. Why? Because
yeah,
I have all the possibilities. That means I
yeah,
can have any 9 numbers here, any 10
yeah,
numbers here, any 10 numbers here. Have you
yeah.
done probability before? Probability and permutation combination under
Like basic
basics
probability,
done.
not like,
We
yeah,
will be
not,
covering that under this course if we go forward. Okay. Because
okay,
see, this is a classic example of permutation combination, or you can not probability, permutation combination. Because have you heard those questions that if you have a traveling bag, okay, and that traveling bag has 3-digit pin, so how many possible pins can you generate from that?
It's like using
Exactly.
combinatorics, right?
Exactly, the same thing. You just told me, so I thought you would answer this question as well. The moment you said comp trucks, I thought you will get it. So, okay, so this is what you are doing here also. The only condition is that we cannot have a zero at the extreme end, and therefore we just reduce that 10 to 9.
Yeah.
Clear? All good?
Yes.
All right. So, this is again. So, what topic will it fall under? You can say a bit part of it falls under number system, but major part of it falls under PNC. Permutation and combination. Because
Yes.
whenever they ask you how many conditions are possible or how many cases are possible, we always try to take the help of PNC.
Okay. Like,
It's the easiest.
yeah.
All right, let's have a look. I
Yes.
wanted to give you a, okay, you do this one first, then I'll give you an open-ended question from section
Okay.
B. It's a bit of number system, by the way. I mean, number system and
Yeah.
algebraic identities.
A plus
You
B.
are in grade 7 right now, right? So your new grade has started already. You're in India, you said. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So you just moved to 7. Nice.
Wait, so can I use the A plus B whole square formula?
Absolutely. Please. Yes. Yes. You're almost there. You
2
cracked
square
it.
plus 2 square. 2 times 3. 3 times 2 is 6. So it does not completely involve, okay? Wait.
But you're close. You can try another similar formulas.
A minus B whole square. Wait. No.
A minus B whole square won't work. That will give
Yeah,
you 1.
yeah, yeah. So,
It's actually a term 3. I mean, 3 level of operations are happening here. And again, you're not expected to know that exactly in the exam. This is a very long exam, as I told you. 1.5 hour, 25 questions. You have ample time, Arnav. So don't just think that, okay, ma'am, this will take a lot of time. This will take a lot of perseverance. You have to stick back and try again and again. So this is the habit which we'll build in the classes.
okay.
Arnav, you will kill me if I say that you don't have to use any algebra here. I'm sorry. I mean, I was
So,
just tricking you and I keep doing it with all my students. So we better
yeah,
be habituated.
yeah,
You don't
yeah.
have to use any algebra. You have to
Okay.
look at the digits of the numbers. This time
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
tricking you.
Oh, yeah. I found it. I found it. Okay. Because like 3 minus 2 is 1, and then 3 plus 2 is 5. And
See?
then, yeah, like that. Okay, understood. So 5 minus 7, negative 2, and then 5 plus 7. mm, Wait, wait,
Yeah. 5 plus 7.
5 plus 7 is 12. Yeah, okay. So it's D.
Good job. Okay, this what I did is called as gaslighting. Now I'll tell you why I did that specifically. I have been a student myself. I know that this happens in an examination center when you're sitting and now when you hear someone just speaking out a formula loud, you are like, where is this formula going to be used? I mean, That's called gaslighting, where people around you, it's in real life also, where you're taking any decisions in life, people around you will come and try to influence you by giving their viewpoint. You have to be very careful that you can try what they're saying, but not to the extent of completely believing and picking the answer. Okay.
Mm.
So you can try out what I said, but then you understood that, okay, ma'am, it's half the way correct. So you'll have to try it again and see. I'll tell you, every question of SASMO, not every, but yeah, somewhere around 70% questions of the SASMO are like this only, Arnav. That when you get the answer, you're like, it's almost like it was this. And it was not coming to my head because people have an expectation from SASMO that it's a super hard exam. And that's why people try to use all the formulas they have learned in their life to get the answer. But then technically, it's not. Okay. Fine. Let's go to the next one. I'll directly push you to an open-ended question. So, wanna try this one, 16th one?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, give me a second. Sorry, okay.
Like a logic-oriented question for you.
Okay.
This question will be solved in cases, Arnav. Like if you
Yeah.
assume that number
Yeah.
one is true, then you have to see what is
Yeah.
contradicting. If
Yes, ma'am.
something is
Yeah,
contradicting.
I'm using that logic. Okay. I I think so. It's the fourth or the first one.
You are using 50-50, then I can give you yes. The answer is either one or four. Now finalize your answer.
Yeah. Wait.
For the subjective answers, if you don't answer it or don't give the right answer, there is no negative marking.
Okay. It it can be one and four, right?
No, it's one of them. So whom do you think is saying the truth? Arnav?
Um, I think so. I when I use like logic, I mean I'm getting the answer as one and four.
Yeah,
I
but
know
then
where
you
I'm.
must be considering that one person is telling the truth, right? Who is
Yeah.
telling the
Yeah.
truth? First passerby, second passerby, or third passerby? Or the fourth one?
It's fourth.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Fourth
not sure.
passerby is saying the truth. You're saying that.
Not sure.
Look, there's a contradiction. So it's a direct information that okay, you only said that the answer will be either road 1 or road 4.
Yeah.
But if you're saying that the fourth passerby is saying the truth, Arnav, then that means the friend should live at road 3,
No,
no?
but ma'am, I'm not saying road one. I'm saying like first passerby and fourth passerby, either one of them.
Okay, that's not the question. Read that last part. On which road does Jane's friend live?
Okay, wait, it's either one. H one.
Road 1.
Mm, I'm not sure. I have a doubt.
Let's start. So, whom do you consider to be saying the truth first?
One. I mean,
Take take a random one, huh? Yeah, I
yeah,
took
one.
second. You tell me what will you take?
One. I mean, like
One.
road one.
Okay, road 1 nahi. You have to tell me which passerby is saying the truth.
First.
You have to
First.
assume that.
First.
Okay, we are assuming that the first passerby is saying the truth. Okay. So if that person is saying that your friend's house is not on road 1, then come to second passerby. That means everyone else should be saying false, Arnav. Okay. I did not want to live near your friend, so I moved from road 2 to road 4. That means this is false. That the house is not on road 2 and neither is the house. Okay, wait. If the second passerby is saying this, that he did not want to live, so he moved from 2 to 4, that
Yeah.
means the friend was living on 2.
Yeah.
And this is false. So he's not living on 2.
Yeah.
And is also not living on 4 also because he just moved to a different place.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
You get that? That means
Yeah.
the only possibility left, if second person is saying the false statement, then what would that mean?
That it's on road one itself, right? I mean,
Can be 1 and 4 both, I think, because if he's lying that he came to 4 just because he didn't wanted to live near his friend, so it can give me a second possibility also. And why not 3? So it's like not of very usefulness. Now I have taken road 2 to the beach before, but I have not passed by any house. That means the third person is saying there is no house on the road 2. If he is also lying, that means there are houses on road 2. Okay, that's also not going to help me. Your friend stays on road 3 is also false. So this option is out. Now, since the first person is saying that your house is not on road 1, and you consider that to be true, then the answer can be road 4. Yes or no?
I'm sorry. Could you repeat it again? Your voice, like, it was breaking for a second.
No, no problem. I'll just repeat. So, firstly, we assume, okay, that the first person
Yeah.
is the truth sayer. Okay,
Yeah.
truth. So that means your friend's house is not on 1. So out of all the 4 options available for me, I understand that my house is not in number 1. So it
Yeah.
can be in any of them. Now this person is saying that I moved from road 2 just because I don't wanted to live near your friend. And he's false. He's false. That means the house is in number 2. Or is not in house, or is not in number 2. Not in number 2. So 2 is also out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, the third person is saying, I have taken the road to number 2 and I have not passed by any house. That means it can be the house. So, here is the contradiction, Arnav. The moment you come across any contradiction, you will just stop right there. You will know that your assumption is not correct, that the first person is saying the truth. Do you get that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? Like, sure, no?
Yes, ma'am. Understood.
Sure. Okay.
Yes.
Now, your friend stays on road 3 is also incorrect. Okay. So I get an idea that from here you might have got an idea that, ma'am, it can be road 4 as well. Right? But see, he came to road 4 and he's saying that now he's not in front or in near, near vicinity to the friend's house. That means that is also false. So it's a pure contradiction case, Arnav. Now I'll still show you a case which is not working. That is assumption of taking the second person to say the truth. Now, if the second person is saying the truth that I don't want to live near your house and so I moved from 2, that means your friend is living at 2.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So currently my road 2 is fixed. I want to see that if I say that all the other statements are false, then something is contradicting or not. This is false that there was no house on the beach. So this is okay. This is not contradicting because that is false. Okay. There is lying, right? He is lying. The fourth one, your friend stays in road 3 lying, no problem. But the moment the first person statement comes, which is false, that he is not on road 1, can that mean that the person can be in road 2 and road 3 both?
Yes, it's contradicting. Like,
Again, it's contradicting. So, second passerby is also lying now. Now you are left with only one condition, which is the third passerby. The third passerby is saying that there is no house in the road 2. Road 2 has no house. Now, this information will help me or not? Let's check. If if that's true, then the first person statement and the fourth person statement is in line. Yes or no? First false, second false, fourth false. Correct?
yeah.
So, not staying on road number 3 helps me eliminate further. See, no road, house number 2, sorry, road number 2, no house, eliminated. Road number 3, it is saying that it stays in road 3. So this is also eliminated. First person saying that your house is not on road 1 is false. So automatically now your house goes to
4.
4. So now you can say this, that she lives in road number 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was also working in the first case, Arnav, but we were still not sure because one sentence got contradicted. Ambiguous, right? So ultimately, your answer, you said road 4, right? 4 or 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was right. Okay. So see, this is like a little extra mind. We call it as a hot question, high order thinking question. So it's like you have to check the possibilities. Now I'll tell you one thing. This is something, since it's like 3 minutes left for the demo to end, I'll like to go a little informal with you. So Arnav, generally teachers don't say this thing because if the student gets to know this, maybe they can misuse it or not take things seriously. But I'm very fond of you right now. Like it's just 30 minutes, and I can really see you're very bright and charming. I mean, you can just grasp the concepts pretty well, and I'm happy about it. And you're very polite. So I would
Thank you.
like to tell you something. Um, it's kind of a question paper setup perspective. So when we make questions for SASMO, okay, we are instructed to keep certain things in mind. The first thing is, I can't tell you all of this, but maybe in the classes I keep on saying. So, in the first thing is, Arnav, you have to keep the student engaged. You only think 25 questions,
Yeah.
1.5 hour per minute. How much minutes do you have per question?
90, like 190 divided by 25. So it's like 3.66 minutes per
Yes.
question.
Every question has a bare minimum of 3 minutes.
Yeah.
That means we have to make questions where the child is hooked up. Now, yeah, it doesn't matter, Arnav. See, it's you who wants to solve, but there are kids who don't want to solve the question, so they just leave the paper blank or write anything what comes to their mind. So that's why we make questions which keeps the students hooked. Now, why do we do that? Why anyone does that? Because generally your attention span is checked, Arnav. Attention span. Generally, we have an attention span of 50-55 seconds maximum. Average human being. Be it a kid or be it an adult. Generally, kids have lesser. But even if you have super willpower and strong control over yourself, that's why, that's the reason for the success of those Instagram reels or YouTube shorts. They have more views than longer videos. right? That's because of attention span. So students also tend to lose interest in the question after a minute. And that's what these SASMO guys are checking, Arnav. That if this kid can stay hooked up with the question and has the patience to try the possibilities, like we tried three possibilities, no, in this case, in
Yeah.
this question, just like that, if you also have that patience enough, you will do wonders in life. It's not about bagging the best, best prize in this exam. It's more about developing yourself as a person, Arnav. That's very important because now you're approaching higher grades. It's important that you develop that patience in you that no, even if it's not happening, I'll try again. This thing is very difficult to find in human beings. Okay. And I can see that spark in you. Please keep that up. All right.
Yes.
You have to
Yes, ma'am.
practice a little more. Like, see, this will not take you every day hours of practice, but I expect that if we continue together enough, then I would expect that apart from just doing the homework, it's like don't do the homework sitting in one shot. Rather, you can actually take up three questions, five questions as a day's assignment. And after you
Oh,
complete your day's work, you can just sit and try five questions, close it, and then because if we'll be meeting weekly, then it would be better that you distribute your homework over a period of time. Okay, works enough.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, I had a great time with you. You tell me how was the demo.
Yes, ma'am. It was great.
Thank you enough. So hoping to hear you back and yeah. Also, you can ask your parents to tell Olympiad Success about whatever you have thought. Okay, and
Yes.
we'll see each other pretty soon.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Arnav. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye. Bye, ma'am.
Bye bye.